I do have the chart up here. This is the US dollar index on the 4-hour time frame, thanks to Sam Trade. And what we are seeing is that we've had a few days now in a row where the US equity markets, in particular, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, have started moving a little bit lower. But in the grand scheme of things, that isn't anything dramatic. But the market has been extremely bullish, and with any slight selling that's a little bit more than anticipated, or essentially the market just not going up every day, if we see a few consecutive days of losing days where it's going down a little bit, the market starts getting a little jittery. But we saw the US dollar pull back as well. I did mention this in yesterday's currency call as well. And there wasn't really a lot of news as well. We did have the initial jobless claims, but we've mentioned this several times that it is a weekly figure, so that's not really substantial. I'll just quickly show you the news with Forex Trading Asia now as well. So this is the economic calendar. So we've got yesterday here. So that was the initial jobless claims. They did come actually at better than expectations, but again, the US dollar had sort of been moving up higher, and that 92.80 really seemed that it was, holding up substantially in regards to selling pressure, and we pushed down from there. Now, we did have a few FOMC members speaking as well. Nothing dramatic out of that either. And this was more of a technical pullback. I mean, to have a catalyst, like I mentioned, to push it through 92.90 and 93 flat would have been quite substantial, and we just didn't see that. So Kim Hong's gone through the main economic events from yesterday. So for today, we do have the GDP out for Great Britain, and Jin went through that in detail yesterday, on Wednesday, with the pound pairs and how to play that specifically. And again, more details are shared in the Traders Club as well on a more regular basis. That's the whole point for us to come and share ideas with you, during the trading session as well. Now, for tonight, we do have the core PPI out, which is always interesting to see if it can come in a little bit higher. But, frankly, the main, focus for today is going to be the USD CAD, or the CAD pairs, that is. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out, because it all comes out at once, but definitely some opportunities on the USD CAD. Now, I also just want to briefly share I've got an article up here as well. So what I'll do, I'll just go to the screen here, and I'll just go, there was an article that Jin just posted. Is that coming through everywhere, everyone? It's the QE tapering announcement is likely in November. Now, you're probably thinking, when we mention the short-term and long-term investors, and you're thinking, most of it, if you briefly watch the videos, you might just think it's all short-term. But on Forex Trading Asia, there are a lot of articles that are shared, and I strongly recommend you click the breaking news, or you go down and actually click the author themselves, and that will be able to actually take you to specific articles that are written that can help you with your long-term trajectory in regards to, you might be hedging, you might have US dollars in a trading account, such as myself, and I'm still holding that in regards to what's happening with the Australian dollar, because that's my home currency. I'm based in Australia. So definitely a worth article to read and just catch up on. And, it just helps you get a context of the bigger picture, instead of sometimes it's very difficult to zoom out a little bit and you get caught in the mess of things. But in regards to the chart again, guys, just quickly, I'll finish up here on that. I would say that it's a situation where it has pulled back a little bit. Even if we come back down to the 92.30s, that's going to be an interesting point to see if that can coincide with the PPI data coming out tonight, and then maybe a lift higher. But even if we trickle down, if we have a strong equity session tonight, we could see this pull back again to the low 92. So I would say, not time to sell, not time to buy. Just, see which way it starts turning, and then wait for, later tonight, 9:30 is when the US equity session opens, GMT+8 time zone.